Hello, once again, and welcome to Be Brave to Survive. It is the official YouTube channel for the Magdalene Iyamu Cancer Foundation. Our foundation, Magdalene Iyamu Cancer Foundation, helps to provide professional assistance for people living with cancer so that they can make informed decisions. Amongst our principal objectives is the advocacy for good health and well-being of all ages by promoting healthy lifestyles, providing modern medical measures, and efficient healthcare for everyone. Our foundation offers a broad spectrum of expanded services for cancer patients, their families, and caregivers. We ensure sustainable development while empowering women and children through education, entrepreneurship, and equality. Now, welcome to October, and of course, it is the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The Breast Cancer Awareness Month is marked in countries across the world every October, and it helps to increase the attention and support for the awareness, early detection, and treatment, as well as palliative care for patients with the disease called cancer, or rather, breast cancer. Now, every October, people all over the world show their support for others who are affected by breast cancer. For months now, the coronavirus has put many areas of breast cancer control on hold. Yeah, the pandemic. It is highly probable that the cancer mortality and morbidity has risen, not only because of the coronavirus pandemic, but because countries are not able to fight cancers as they should normally would have. COVID-19 has made it worse for that demography of people. Nigeria has a high rate of cancer deaths, and the COVID-19 has been said to be very dangerous for people with underlying medical conditions. The economic situation of the country, Nigeria, is not also helping matters in the first place. In these uncertain times, and as Nigerians are having to make necessary adjustments to social distancing, academic and social activities have been shut down, with law enforcement agencies and agents stationed in strategic places to ensure people do not gather as usual in a manner that is detrimental to the public and their health. Now, there is little or no hope for cancer patients. They are survivors and people with other medical conditions. Other problems including poverty, pay cuts, job losses, sometimes lead to disruption of healthcare services. Now more than ever, we need people, communities, and businesses across the world to help us in the concerted effort to reduce the scourge of breast cancer and, of course, cancer through awareness, research, and care. The WHO, which is the World Health Organization, estimates that there are about 1.38 million new cases and 458,000 deaths from breast cancer each year. Breast cancer is by far the most common cancer in women worldwide, both in developed and developing countries. In low and middle income countries, the incidence has been rising up steadily in the last few years due to increase in life expectancy, increase in urbanization, and adoption of Western lifestyles. Currently, there is no sufficient knowledge on the causes of breast cancer. Therefore, early detection of the disease remains the cornerstone of breast cancer control. When breast cancer is detected early, and if adequate diagnosis and treatment are available, there is a very, very good chance that breast cancer can be cured. If detected late, however, curative treatment is often no longer an option. In such cases, palliative care to relieve the sufferings of patients and their families are usually needed. Now, the majority of breast cancer deaths, which is about 269,000 people, occur in low and middle income countries, where most women with breast cancer are diagnosed in late stages due to lack of awareness on early detection, barriers to health services, and the thought that breast cancer is a disease of the affluent. Yeah, a case in point is that of Bose, a primary school teacher in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, southwestern Nigeria, who in 2006 felt some lumps around her left breast and chose to ignore them. But when asked some years later upon hospitalization why she chose to ignore the lumps, her response was as predictable as that of some other women out there. She said, I chose to ignore them because I never imagined myself having breast cancer. I thought they were harmless lumps that would go away sooner or later, and as such would pose no risk to my health. I am not rich and see no reason why I should be prone to breast cancer. From my understanding, it is a disease suffered by mostly the rich. That was what she said at that time. And you know, such misconceptions explains why breast cancer is detected late in some part of Africa and of course Nigeria, and thus account for high mortality amongst women. Bosse unfortunately died of breast cancer 2 years later owing to late detection and inability to effect treatment. Well, this sad story reflects the fate suffered by many women in Nigeria today whose knowledge of cancer is somewhat nebulous. For those women who are able to detect it early, they stand a high chance of survival through the necessary treatments such as mastectomy, lumpectomy, biopsy, radiation therapy, chemotherapy, and so forth and so on. Now, the 5-year survival rate of breast cancer is 90% when it's detected early. Now, the WHO promotes comprehensive breast cancer control programs as part of their national cancer control plans. The recommended early detection strategies for low and middle income countries are awareness of early signs and symptoms and screening using clinical breast examination methods. Now, someone will ask, what are the symptoms for breast cancer? Now, there are different symptoms of breast cancer, and some people may not have some symptoms. But simple symptoms include any change in the size or the shape of the breast, pain in any area of the breast, nipple discharge other than breast milk. This discharge can also include blood, a new lump in the breast or the underarm. Now, if you have any of all these signs, don't worry, just see the doctor right away and hopefully a positive response will be given to you. Now, talking about some risk factors, being a woman and getting older are the main risk factors for breast cancer. Most breast cancers are found in women who are 50 years and above. Now, talking about the BRCA1 and BRCA2 gene mutations, everyone has these gene mutations, but some women have inherited mutations in one or both genes that increase the risk of breast cancer. Now, if you have a breast cancer risk, talk with your doctors and see how they can reduce your cancer risk. Okay, some people might also say, how can I lower the breast cancer risk? You can do things to lower your breast cancer risk consciously. Yeah, you can take some conscious steps to lower breast cancer risk. Now, what do you have to do? First of all, you just have to keep a healthy weight and exercise regularly. It is very, very important. And also, you should avoid smoking and of course avoid alcohol. But if you if you drink alcohol, you should limit your intake. It's very, very important. Now, if you are taking hormone replacement therapy or birth control pills, you should ask your doctors about the risk. It's very important. And if you have infants, it is good for you to breastfeed your children for a longer period of time if possible. Finally, you should avoid exposure to radiation and environmental pollution. So there you have it, folks. Monthly breast self-exams, annual medical visits, and mammograms are your best bets for catching breast cancer in its early stages. Now, you should trust your judgment when it comes to your body. Don't ever feel like you are overreacting if you think something is in your breast. If it doesn't feel right, have it checked out. Yes, the worst or best thing that can happen is that you get checked and it turns out to be nothing. Nothing by the special grace of God. Now, for more information, you should visit our website. Our website is www.micfonline. It's on the screen. And our Facebook page is www.facebook.com/MICF Online. On Twitter, it is at MICF Benin. Now, you should subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, and leave us a comment. Cancer, like every other disease, can be cured and patients restored if detected early and treated right. Early detection is paramount for its effective treatment and cure. So, be brave to survive. Bye for now.